Hello everyone, I'm Juggerite. Welcome to my Minecraft Bedrock tutorial. Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to my Cave Spider Farm tutorial. If you need string or XP, this is for you. The first thing you want to do is clear out the spawner room, and everything you need for this farm can fit in your inventory. All you need is a pickaxe to mine out the blocks necessary, a sword to farm the spiders with, 2 buckets of water, 2 hoppers, 2 chests, 2 trapdoors, 4 slabs of any type, 55 glass. If you want to be able to see into the farm, I'm using tinted glass. And then some building blocks. I'm using 12 white wool, 23 red wool, and 2 stacks plus 5 green wool. Now you can use any kind of blocks you want to design your room, or you can just leave it as is and block it all off, in which case all you need are the blocks that you get from mining it out. If you are not worried about what it looks like, I am, and I am doing a lot of aesthetic purposes here, so I am going to use what I just described to you from my inventory. Now, when you're digging out spawner rooms, you want to go generally 2 blocks above the spawner. We're going to use the stone roof and the stone floor here and down here. If I was going to use something different, I would have to dig this out one each way. But basically, you want to go 4 blocks out from the spawner before your wall on each direction. And you need to decide which way you're going to have your spiders flow so that you can funnel them to the collection system. It's very important to know where your collection system is because that side of the farm will be slightly different than the other 3 sides. As you can see here, I have my spawner there. This torch is directly underneath it. If I go 1, 2, 3, 4 on the 5th block, this is where my wall will be. And in the front from it, 1, 2, 3, 4, our glass will be up here. And then to the back, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then our wall. And to the other side, we know that this is 5 because we have 4 that way. And then you have 6, 7, and 8. So that'll push the cave spiders all the way to the edge here. Now you do want a 2 block drop here. It just helps to keep them from climbing the walls so easily. And you are going to want your trench to be 2 wide. Ours is 3 because we're going to put a wall over here. But when it's said and done, it will be 2 wide for this trench. And you're going to need 2 blocks back here in order for the water to flow to the appropriate spot, because the water will only flow 8 and it has to drop. So if you count back 8 from your grinding point, then you know that's where you put your block and start filling in backwards so that it'll be where you need it to. Now, I am going to do a design here. Again, you can use any kind of building blocks you want. You don't have to use what I'm using. Once we get our walls in, we'll be able to get to the functionality of it. But I just want to add a little bit of life and a little bit of customization to it. And I thought this would be really neat. And hopefully it turns out like I think it will. Oh, that's one too many wool there. And And I did it again. Okay. So we definitely want to fill this back corner in too, even though you won't see it because we don't want mobs spawning back there. And let's take this back out. And no, that one out too. Fill this in with green. Get our white wool here. Our white wool here. And take a look. Yeah, that's a kind of corny cave spider, but I can definitely tell that it's a cave spider. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other two walls. Again, the front wall will be glass, so I won't do it there. Just get this filled in real quick. These farms are actually very easy to set up. The hardest part is when you go to get the torches and you kill the light and they start spawning and you're trying to get out before they do. You may want to have a bucket of milk on you just in case. If you're early game and it might be an issue. And that's the great thing about this. It makes a wonderful early game farm. And if I was early game doing this, I would include an enchantment setup over in my grinding room up on the platform over there. I would make that big enough for an enchantment setup. But I won't be using this farm other than for the purposes of this tutorial. So I'm not getting into the details of the grinding room per se. But feel free to make yours look however you would like. And I actually even encourage to get creative with it. And somehow I have 2 extra wool and I'm short on green wool. Maybe I didn't account for this here. And I'm still going to be short 1, so I'm going to do some YouTube magic and turn this red wool into green wool. And here we go. Now our walls are in. We can start putting our glass up. This is a very quick and easy farm to put together. There's many different ways to do this. This particular way I'm doing the grinding area on this one can be done. I've done it many different ways, but this is by far, to me, the most efficient way to do it. And when you're placing your glass, make sure it goes all the way over to the wool. When you get down to the actual grinding area, that's going to be important, because down here, if we don't have glass, the spiders will be able to get out, and we don't want that. So let's take that wool back out so we can get in here. Now we're all ready for our grinding area to get set up, and we're going to put our chest right over here in this corner, empty. Now we're going to place a hopper into that chest and another hopper into that hopper, And make sure that your hoppers are facing just like mine are here. This hopper is funneling into this one into the chest. Otherwise, it's not gonna move everything how you want it to. And then you put your trapdoors right there on the glass. Now, I don't have any spare blocks on me to put a block here on this side of the hoppers, but that's fine. They won't be able to get out as long as I have my slabs in the proper place. And so what you want to do is you want to put your slab on the bottom of this block here, and then 2 down here, and that puts you at just the right height so you can get in here and you can farm away and do it with ease. See, you can reach all the way back to that torch. Now, we're ready for the water. I'm actually going to dig out this cobblestone and place this glass in so that I only have to put in a couple pieces of wool to block them from escaping. This is the part where you really want to try and think about the easiest exit and the easiest way to block them out. This is the last spot that they'll get to, so I should be able to beat them out without a problem. Now with your 2 buckets of water, you want to come put a bucket in this corner and then skip a block and then put another bucket. And then that middle block will become a water source also, and you can take from there just like this right here. And you can just keep the same pattern going, and you have all the water you need for this whole farm out of those 2 buckets, because you essentially create an infinite water source. Fill our 2 buckets back up, come down here, a bucket on this row here and a bucket on this row here, and our torches are collected in the hopper. They should be down in that chest. Now we can knock the torch off the spawner, and we should be able to start farming these things. Oh, and they spawn right away. Close this up. Come down here with the sword. Now see, I can stand right against this and there's no way they can get to me. I can't accidentally get poisoned, but I can reach them with ease. And no matter how bad they want me, they can't get me. And if we look in the chest, there's our torches, there's our string, and a spider eye. And again, we can come up here and we can see inside the farm. And I have some extra things here just to kind of decorate. Your setup will be much different than this, but just to give an example of what you could do, I thought I would put some light here. Why not use the candles since they're new and they look really, really nice. Now, if you're down in your spider farm, you may want to be able to tell what time it is. If I had a frame, I would put the clock on the frame and I would be able to tell when I need to sleep. And if I needed to sleep, I got my chest right there for extra storage. I could put my bed right there. And even in this cozy little area, it's sufficient for everything that I would need while I'm down here. And I can easily come down here before we do. Notice that there's not many, you don't see a bunch of spiders climbing up the walls. There's one over there, but it's not as bad as it would be if we had a single stream. But because we have that double stream, it really keeps them flushed off the walls. Now, if you look at the spawner, there's a block between it and the ceiling, and that being so the spiders can't spawn on top of the spawner and stand idle. They have to spawn out the sides or the bottom fall into our water stream, and then they get pushed right toward us. Now, the occasional spider that may climb the wall will come down, because when you're down here grinding, it wants to get to you, even though it can't, but you can get to it really easily. It doesn't know that. It just wants to get you, so it's going to come right to you. It's not even worried about climbing the walls anymore. And this is how easy it is to set one of these things up. It makes for a great early game farm, or if you just need a bunch of string. So XP or string, this is the way to go. I really hope you enjoyed the video. And if you liked it, give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe so you can catch future videos for my Let's Play series or future tutorials. And I hope to see all of you in the next video. Bye.